Have Fire Nation Drill, a legendary vehicle that can now be your commander. So now you can legally drill somebody a new asshole. That's pretty good. Trample 6/3 for 4 mana. Let's see. We have for 1 mana permanence your opponent's control, lose hexproof and destruct one end of turn, and it's a crew 2. That's really good. When the drill enters, you may tap it. When you do, destroy target creature with power 4 or less. Oh my god, this is a busted one. Let's go. Hello, and we have new avatar spoilers. We have a ton of them, so we'll do a full review at a different point, but this video is strictly the legends and the special art cards. So we'll start off hot and sweaty with Sokka and Suki. Wetman and he girl himself. Again, super good art. I love how it looks. And the photorealistic cards from the anime. Photorealistic means they're just like the anime. Look amazing. So this one's from the Jumpstart set. So me and you'll only be able to get this in Jumpstart packs. When Suki and Sokka and another ally enters, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to that creature. When you play an equipment, you get a 1/1 ally token. That's pretty cool. That's basically whenever I play equipment, again, equip to something right away. That's nice. Then we have Toph, Earthbending Master. Again, there's a line of these experienced commanders. This is the recent couple. So the green one is Toph, Landfall. Whenever you play a land, you get an experience counter. Whenever it attacks, you Earthbend X, where X is number of experience counters. That is busted, even though it's a 2/4 and a 4/1 creature. Pretty good. Then we have Hellby, the Forest Guardian, the new Shrine Commander, Bear Spirit, 4 mana for a 4/4, has an activate ability for Urberg, so means this will be all 5 colors. For each legendary enchantment you control, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token. With this creature can't block, and this creature can't be blocked by non-spirit creatures. Pretty strong. And when Hellby enters, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a shrine. You may put that card onto the battlefield and shuffle. And that's why I say it's the de facto Shrine Commander now. Let's go. We'll start with Naribas here, Fang, Roku's companion. Flying when Fang enters on a legendary creature. Target creature gets X until a turn, where X is Fang's power. It's 4/4 for 5 mana. So okay, not bad. When Fang dies, if he wasn't a spirit, return to the battlefield. On the owner's control, he's a spirit in addition to his other types. Okay, that's pretty good. Firebending Master Zuko. He is a 2 mana 2/2. First strike Firebending X, where X is your experience counters. Whenever you cast a spell, during combat, put an experience counter. Meaning, whenever you cast anything during combat, he gets experience counter and he firebends. So meaning, again, super strong. That these experience mechanics are so good. Avatar Kyoshi, a 8 mana 6/6. During your turn, it has hexproof. Again, that's already meh. But at the beginning of your combat of your turn, Earthbend 8. That is amazing. You create an 8/8 that doesn't die and comes back. That's busted beyond belief. And we have a bunch of Azulas. So let's go these first 2 here. Again, these are jump starts. We have the Black Azula. Azula Relentless Firebender. 3 mana for a 3/4. Pretty good stats there. Firebending 1. Whenever Azula attacks, you may discard a card. Then you get an experience counter. For each player attacks, you may discard a card. Then you may get an experience counter for each player who discarded a card this turn. This turn, wow, okay, that is super fucked up. An activate ability for her mana cost. Until end of turn, she gets 1/1 for each experience counter. And gains menace. Not the strongest experience ability, but that's still tough though. That's still tough. We have Avatar Roku, Firebender. Whenever a player attacks, Add 6 mana. Red mana, of course, at the end of turn. You don't lose mana at the end of the step. 3 red mana, target creature gets 3/0 until end of turn. It's whenever a player. Dog! That's fucked up. That's so fucked up. Ain't no fucking way, dog. It's a 6/6, right? But 6/6 for 6. But add 6 mana every player's combat. That's busted. Wang Shitong, all knowing. 5 mana 4/4. Bird Spirit. If you know the anime, if you know, you know. Flying when Shitong enters target non-land permanent. When Wang Shitong enters target non-land permanent, owner puts in, is doing something. 2 cards from the top. When 1 or more cards are put into the life from anywhere, create 2/1/1 colorless spirit tokens that can be blocked, can block, and can be block spirits. Okay, so simply put, that's really very complicated but easy. It puts a card when it enters second from the top, and whenever you put a card into the library, tuck a card, that's what you call it, you get 2 spirit tokens that can't block and can be blocked by non-spirits. Pretty good. We have non-legend, but this is a broken instant. 4 mana for an instant, counter up to 4 target spells or abilities. And second line, untap up to 4 target artifacts or creatures. Okay. Soccer Swordmaster is the mythic white card for a white jumpstart with Soccer. It is a 3 mana, 3/3. Vigilance, equipped spells cost 1 less to cast. For each ally you control at the beginning of your combat of your turn. Attach a target equipment to Soccer. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's not bad. Then we have all of these beautiful special art cards. So we'll start off with the White Lotus style. In the staff, add X mana color where X is the greatest number of creatures you control that have a creature type in common. So basically, you could just, it's a tribal way to add mana instead of the color with the devotion mechanic. So pretty good. We have released a memory in a new special art that exile target creature from your graveyard. For each exile target opponent's graveyard, for each creature exiled this way, create a 1/1 color spirit token. Pretty cool. Mystic Remora. Going to be expensive as fuck because this is beautiful. Is enchantment cumulative up to 1. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, you may draw a card unless they pay 1. Cumulative upkeep means that they have to pay 1 during each of their upkeeps, and it keeps adding every other turn. So you pay 1, then 2, then 3, that kind of thing. Cruel Tutor. Search your library for a card, then shuffle it, and you lose 2 life. But again, these anime arts, like the straight from the anime, are amazing. And then a heroic intervention again. Lifelong Friendship, which is a recipient of Emiria's Call. The Boy in the Iceberg. That's pretty good. Pretty good. It's actually really good. We have Volcano of Roku's Island, which is a reskin of Valakut. And we have Foggy Swamp Visions, another new lesson in addition to casting this card. Waterbend. That's like X. Exile target creature cards from the graveyard. For each of those creature cards, exile this way. Create a token that's a copy of the card. I'll be given next end step, sacrifice those tokens. It's basically 2 black and a colorless. So, wow, okay. Necromancy. That's good. We have the most broken mythic so far. In Badger Mole, in non-legend. 2 mana for a 2/2. Of course, Badger Mole, when it enters Earthbend 1. Doesn't seem like much, but the second ability, whenever you tap a creature for mana, add an additional green mana. Mind you, the Earthbend tokens are also, I think they get animated into creatures with Earthbend. So they add a green mana in addition. That's pretty good. We have Hanma. Again, these are main set. Hanma, the Bloodbender. When Hanma enters the battlefield, target opponent mills 3 cards, exile up to 1 non-creature, non-land card from his graveyard. As long as you control Hanma, you may cast exile cards during your turn by waterbending X rather than their mana cost. Again, that's a pretty strong effect. Let's go. Remember, this is just legends, so we'll do proper sports rest of these again. These count as legends, so special art Susan's Comet, which is broken. 5 mana for a sorcery that gives each of your creatures firebending 5, meaning they add 5 mana when they attack. Busted. You have 5 goblins, they attack, each goblin adds 5 mana, that's 25 mana. Game over. So that's amazing. We already have Legendary Roku, which transforms into Roku, a legendary creature, Avatar, which is a new type, but pretty good. Roku has firebending 4, 8 mana, create 2 4/4 dragon tokens with firebending 4. That's pretty good. That's really, really good. And let's see what the Saga actually does. Exile the top 3 cards. It's a 4 mana for the Saga, by the way. Exile top 3 cards of your library until your next turn. You may play those cards. Second stage, add 1 mana of any color. Third stage, exile the Saga and bring it back as him. That's pretty good. We have Ran and Shaw. That's the firebending dragons that teach Aang and Zuko. Again, amazing art. Flying firebending 2 when they enter a battlefield. And there are 3 or more dragons or lesson cards in your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of them. It's non-legendary. So again, that's a 4/4. Pretty good. And 4 mana dragons you control get +2, +0 until end of turn. We have a new prowess creature in the form of Firebending Student, 2 mana for a 1/2 with prowess, as well as Firebending X, where X is its power. So, just off the bat, you have 1 mana open. You use something like the card that pumps a creature, pump it to 3 or 4, attack, you get access to 3 mana, and you can cast a spell of that boosted here. So if you use shock, that's 6, then gives us 3 power. That's crazy. That's insane. It's a rare, so that's why. We have Legend of Koroku, or Kurak, sorry, a 4 mana saga that turns into Avatar Kurak. So you go by the Avatar first, right? So Avatar Kurak, legendary creature. Avatar. Whenever you cast a spell, create a 1/1 class spirit token. Again, these new spirit tokens that can't block anything but spirits, but can only be blocked by spirits. And exhaust, waterbending X, take an extra turn after this one. So you can do 2 turns in a row. Unless you untap it with the Katara spell. And that's waterbending. Oh, that's not X, that's a 20. Oof, damn! That's interesting. That's interesting. I think the exhaust means you can only use it every other turn. Or you can use it once. We'll get a good description of that soon enough. But again, let's look at his saga. So, scry 2, then draw a card twice, and then transforms for 4 mana. Alright. We have Secrets of Bloodbending, 4 mana lesson. In addition, you have to waterbend. Can't make out the number. I'll bring it up on screen so you see it. You control target opponent during their next combat phase. If this spell's additional cost was paid, then that player during their next turn instead. Let's read again. You control the opponent during their next combat phase. If this spell's additional cost was paid, you control that player during their next turn instead. Oh, okay. So if you pay the SD4, you get their combat. If you pay the waterbending cost, you get their whole turn. Fuck by blue game, broken and stink as usual. Wangshi Librarian is the standard mythic, flying vigilance. Whenever Wangshi enters, put X1 counters on him, then draw X cards. He's 2 blue and X for 1/1. Whenever an opponent searches their library, put a +1 counter on Wangshi and draw a card. Okay, not bad. We're looking for legends. We have Grand. When Grand enters, then becomes on and Grand becomes tap, sorry. Draw a card, then discard a card. Okay. Non-creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast as long as you have 3 more lessons in your graveyard. Okay, that's cool. We have the 3 color Aang here. So you have 1 color Aang, we have 5 color Aang, and then we have 3 color Aang. Aang at the Crossroads. He has an amazing alt art as well. I'll bring it up on screen. When Aang enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a creature card with mana cost 4 or less among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest in bottom of your library. When a creature card you control leaves the battlefield, transform Aang. I'll bring it for the next upkeep. Okay. It's 4 less, not 5, but damn, alright. Aang, Destined Savior, flying, lands. Land creatures you control have vigilance. I'll bring it for combat of your turn. Earthbend 2. Alright, that's just pretty good. We have Fire Nation Drill, a legendary vehicle that can now be your commander. So now I can legally drill somebody a new asshole. That's pretty good. Trample 6/3 for 4 mana. Let's see. We have, for 1 mana, permanence your opponent's control, lose hex prevent and struck 1 end of turn, and it's a crew 2. That's really good. When the drill enters, you may tap it. When you do, destroy target creature with power 4 or less. Oh my god, this is a busted one. But it has nothing in front of Ozai Phoenix King, which is so fucking strong. And my favorite color is Rakdos. It's a 6 mana, 7/7. That's 2 colorless, 2 black, 2 red. For a legendary creature, Human Noble, Trample, Firebending 4, and Haste. If you would lose unspent mana, that mana becomes red instead. Ozai has flying and indestructible as long as you have unspent mana. Meaning, as long as you had mana in your pool and you don't tap out, he cannot be killed normally. That's the Phoenix. That's fucking busted. We have a legendary, the first legendary shrines. So I guess this cycle will be a bit different. When it enters, for each shrine you can try to get a 1/1 monk token with prowess. Whenever a shrine enters, you get a 1/1 monk. So instead of counting the shrines every upkeep, these shrines work on entry when a shrine enters. So that'll be interesting to see how that works out. We have legendary creature, Pathic. That's 2 and hybrid black-green. So again, with new hybrid rules in Commander, this can be mono blue, mono green, or go in a blue-green deck. Pretty good. It's a 2/4 legendary human monk ally. When he enters, look at the top 5 cards in your library. You may reveal a lesson, saga, or shrine. Among them, put it into your hand and rest a bottom library. Whenever you cast a lesson, saga, or shrine, he gets a 1/1 counter. Oh no, he puts a 1 on another creature. Alright. Nothing to write home about. Zuko's Exile, Firebending, Energy Bending, sorry. God, so good. We have another Zhao, Ruthless Admiral. Sorry, I stuttered in there. A little too hyper with this. Firebending 2, whenever you sacrifice another permanent, you get +1. Meh. Lion Turtle. 1 mana and 1 green, 1 blue. For a Elaka Turtle, that's a 3/6. Those stats are fucking crazy. Keywords are crazy. Let's see ability. When it enters, you gain 3 life. Add 1 mana of any color. Okay. Lion Turtle can't attack or block unless there are 3 more lessons in your graveyard. Okay. Oops. Oh, sorry about that. This a little drunk off the Avatar spoilers. Just drop my mic. Woof. Alright, so now we have 2 more Azulas as promised. We have Azula Cunning Usurper. Legendary creature, human, noble rogue, firebending 2. So add 2 fire energy when it attacks. Mind you, this is in black and blue colors. So, woof, one live nice. When Azula enters, target opponent exiles a creature. Wait, let's read that over. Whenever Azula enters, target opponent exiles a non-creature they control, then exile a non-creature from your graveyard. During your turn, you may cast the exile cards with Azula, spend mana, and you may cast them as though they had flash. Okay. It didn't do mana fixing though, so I'm not saying do any mana fixing. Oh, a mana for any color can be used. Okay, cool. Next you have Azula on the hunt. Firebending 2, Whenever Azula attacks, it's life, and you get a clue token. Alright, not bad. We have 2 Uncle Irohs, so let's see about that. And I know it's a kind of a long video, but there's a lot of legends spoiled, like a lot. So, Iroh, Grand Lotus, Earthbending 2. Well, sorry, Firebending 2. Again, it is in red, blue, green, and 3, so 6 mana for a 5/5 human noble ally. During your turn, each lesson card in your graveyard has flashback. 1. Oh my god, that already busted. During your turn, each non-lesson or instant and sorcery in your graveyard has flashback. The flashback cost equal to the card's mana cost. That's already really strong, and then given lessons, a flashback of 1. Whew, that's an amazing card. Uncle Iroh, Firebending 1. It's 1 green and hybrid green, green, red, hybrid green, red. So 3 mana for a 4/2. Lesson spells cost 1 less to cast. So they can go in a deck together. That's pretty good. Whew. And the thing is, if you have them together, your lesson spell would actually cost 0 to flashback. Because this is an alternate casting cost and it's a reduction on the alternate casting cost. So that's pretty strong. So that combo there is already pretty busted. Sokka, Tenacious Tactician. Again, it has an amazing alt art up on screen. Menace, Prowess. Other creatures, other allies you control have Prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create an ally. 1/1. And that is 1 and Jeskai. That's American colors. Blue, red, white. For a 3/3. Pretty good. Fire Lord Azula. Again, Fire Lord Azula looks amazing. And again, that is 1 colors, a blue, black, red. For a 4/4. So stats already pretty good. Firebending 2. Alright. Whenever you cast a spell while Fire Lord Azula is attacking, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Whew! Heat! Heat! Then we have Tylee, Chi Blocker, a blue mono blue creature with 2 colors and a blue for a 2/1 with flash prowess. Already pretty strong. When Tylee enters, tap up to 1 creature. That creature doesn't untap during a controller's untap step as long as you control Tylee. So that's a permanent stun as long as it's alive. That's pretty good. In 1v1 commander, I could see this doing a good bit of work. And the final legend, recently spoiled, the Mechanical Aerial Artisan. Legendary creature. Human as ally, 3 mana for a 1/3. When it enters, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a clue token. That's a token you sacrifice, you pay 2 and you sacrifice it to draw a card. Tap until your next turn target artifact you control becomes a 1/1 construct creature with flying. Alright, so we also have these 5 beautiful non-Appa lands here. Meaning that, oh god, they want to put the Appa lands in a special bundle. I can smell it, they want to put the Appa lands in a special fucking bundle. Alright, but still, thank you. I know it's a longer video, but that's why I only did the legends and special arts. I hope you're really excited for Avatar. Alright, stay tuned. I'm going to review all the cards in another upcoming video. But because there are so many cards, I will split it into 5 videos with each individual color. So I'll do them in pairs. So I'll do 2 colors together, then monocolor and all the colorless, and then finally we'll do all the multicolored cards and special art cards all together. Again, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate the support. Hope you all enjoyed this video and are super excited as I am for the after set. Stay tuned and have a good one. Bye.
Again, thanks for tuning in. Fuck me, fuck this game. Bye.